And welcome back to BFG, the Barely Functional Gamers Podcast, episode 58. I'm Chris.
And I'm David.
And it is June 23rd at the time of this recording. You can catch us live every Sunday at twitch.tv/barelyfunctionalgamers or on any of your podcasting apps. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter/BFGS on Instagram at Barely Functional Gamers, and on YouTube and SoundCloud under the Barely Functional Gamers names. Also remember, this is not a work-safe nor family-friendly show. Yeah, family-friendly.
Depends on the family.
Yeah, right? Child-friendly, most likely. But anyways, so do what you gotta do because, I've already done what I was supposed to do legally. I told you guys, there's bad words in here. It's gonna happen.
Is that really a legal thing? Or is it just more of a courtesy?
Nowadays with YouTube, it's probably legal. Jeez.
Oh boy. All right. Anyways,
yeah, we're gonna get this started. It's gonna be one of those days. In fact, it's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, it has.
With all the stuff that's been going.
It's been a rough week. All right.
Yeah. So we'll start off with the games that we've played, which it's been a little hectic. So the most I've played recently was Children of Morta, which was a demo.
Right.
Which it's downloadable at this moment, last I checked at least, and it is free, and they also have it on sale right now, so it'll be cheaper. Children of Morta, it's a lot of fun from what I've been playing. It's a very beautiful pixel art game.
That's pretty.
The environment. I even mentioned in this video, even though we don't have any audio for it, that the trees look like circuit boards.
They kind of do.
Yeah, like the bushy part of it, at least.
Right.
But yeah, no, the story's been a lot of fun so far. It's very deep with the story. I really have been enjoying it. Gameplay is a little.
What's the genre here? It looks like what, like an action RPG?
Yeah, it's an action RPG. I was not aware of it until recently, like when I got past the tutorial area right here. That the game is actually multiplayer. It's you can play with your friends. Because when I went to go start, it said, "Oh yeah, player 1 is whoever you're selecting," and then it had an option for another person to play on there. So at least it looks like co-op.
So it makes it a little bit like the Secret of Mana series. All right, cool.
So, and I mean, the story looks good. The creatures in this world is very dark, and it's still very fantasy orientated. So I like that because you have goblins, you have ogres you have to deal with. In fact, one of the last bosses in this is an ogre you had to fight. Giant spiders. It also reminds me a lot of like Diablo, so it's also a very nice aspect of this.
I've never played Diablo, so what do you mean by that?
So the fighting style, the gameplay itself is very Diablo-esque, where you can run around, you can break stuff by shooting it with your bow and arrow or slicing at it. I guess Zelda, Legend of Zelda would also be another aspect of it.
Like the one on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, this monster is kind of tough, but what?
Well, I was just, how's the fighting system? Do you have like combos? Do you have a skill tree? Like,
you have a skill tree. In fact, it's going to show it right here. I just got a skill point, and you get skill tree, and you get aspects that you can level up. Like this one, you can actually have like raining swords. The daughter gets one that I think it's called Meteor Arrow or something like that. I can't remember now. Where she fires an arrow straight up, and it comes back down and like hits an area, does an area of effect. You also can get abilities that upgrade you. So like the daughter gets agility upgrades that allows her to move around faster. But on top of that, when you go back to your home, if you've got enough points, you can go to your brother's the brother or uncle, the mother of this family, the grandmother of the family is in charge, is the matriarch of the family. There you go. We'll say the matriarch of the family. Her son, her second son, is like a smith.
Oh, okay.
And so he can upgrade your family abilities. So your entire family will be affected by like getting more hit points, or having stronger armor or better weapons. So he does that for the whole family, and it affects everybody. But then each character has their individual skills from their skill tree.
All right, cool. So then the home acts like a hub.
Yeah.
So is it like open world or is it?
It's level.
It's level.
Yeah,
so,
it's level based.
So from the house you go to like instances.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
say instance. Just level paths and whatnot.
Okay.
So like one of it. So part of the story is you're trying to gather. I don't remember if it's like orbs or something, but anyways, you're trying to get 3 pieces of a god to help recreate or protect the world because the darkness has come forth. And so you're running around, you're going down into the basement area, which is really cool because the fire goes out in the fireplace and like opens up and it's this path. It's very Batman-esque in that sense.
That's cool.
You know, you go down into this little area where it's got this giant crystal thing sticking out of the ground, and it opens up doors to go through gates to go into other areas for dungeons.
Cool. Yeah, I see there's a lot of little like wildlife and stuff that runs around. So the environments do feel very alive. A lot of like things affected by wind and whatnot. Mm-hmm. How long did you play?
Close to an hour.
Oh, okay. So you still got a long way to go then.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, because it is the demo, you don't get to save, so it cuts you off and you have to start all over, which is fine. Whatever, you know. But once the game comes out, I've already purchased it. You know, I got it right away because it was like, oh look, it's 19 something instead of it's $29.99. Hell yeah, I'm gonna purchase it. Cool.
Is there a release date?
You know, I didn't notice one. Yeah, I did not check that. That is on me.
But this is beta.
Yes, this is beta right now.
Okay. Cool.
And it's I've been enjoying this a lot. In fact, we'll keep it going a little bit longer because we're getting close to the end of it. But there's the goblins that you have to dodge, the their crossbow bolts. You get spiders you have to fight on top of all these little creatures that the darkness creatures, if you will. Which it's really cool because the way they're creating them, it even shows it in the game that they're gathering like wildlife and sticking it in this altar and creating like this darkness, I guess you would call it, or maybe like black ooze. Anyway, something like that, where it's coming out of those creatures, and so they kind of, if you look at them after I was watching that part, I realized they look.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. They have a look to them that kind of remind me of like the animals.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of it's creepy but cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. Okay, they're making the little shadow demon creatures out of their
and you see they've got like little horns, so it kind of looks like the animals they're created out of almost.
Yeah, it's cool little animations happening there. Yeah, it's like the backgrounds are super detailed. Yes. Characters are fairly simple, but their animations are very smooth.
Oh yeah, no, it is freaking gorgeous. And the AI, at least within the time period of showing right now, where the daughter's running around, she tore the crap out of that ogre, and I didn't realize it was dead until she'd killed it. And I was like, oh wow, she's already destroyed this thing. All right, so the AI is really helpful, at least in this part. I don't know if you can actually get more AI or if it's just whenever they first join you.
Cool. All right, man. Looks good.
Yeah. Like I said, if you guys want to get it, go. It's on Steam right now, free to download for demo. And last I checked, it is on sale. So
cool.
Yes, I would definitely suggest taking a look at it. It was a lot of fun for me. I got a little lost, to be honest. So
cool. What's next on the list here?
All right, so quick little tidbit about Halo. Halo Reach is finally coming to PC, and it's going to be 343 Industries has confirmed that it will be beta testing for this upcoming week, I think, and that it will be it's only going to be available to certain individuals who are part of the what is it called? I can't even think of what it's called right now. The Halo, I think it's Halo Insider.
Halo Insider.
Yeah, you have to go sign up on the Halo Insider site. Anyways, so yeah, they're gonna select a few people to do the beta testing there.
So a closed beta.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But
cool.
That's a bit of something.
At least it opens it up to new players being on PC.
Yeah.
Other than strictly on the Xbox. Cool.
So there's that. And then we also have some some news about EA.
Yeah, don't we always?
Yeah.
And there always news going on about EA.
So EA met with EA and Epic met with the UK Parliament Digital Culture Media and Support Committee, I think is what it's called.
Is it?
Anyways, they met up with them, and I'm pretty sure everybody and their grandmother's been talking about this, so you guys already heard about it at least. But EA is trying to claim loot crates are not loot crates. They're actually surprise mechanics.
Well, they're not gambling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they specifically said they're not loot crates.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a surprise mechanic that, it's like one of those gotcha toys, you go and you buy a capsule and it comes out with a random toy inside is what they're saying.
Yeah, the thing is though is that's the full price. I'm paying the full price of a surprise. Like I know what I'm getting. I'm paying a small fee to get a surprise toy. Right?
Well, not only that, the surprise toy is a one-time thing. It's a surprise toy that you have, and then you're done. And if you want a collection, you can go ahead and buy more, sure, but it's done. It doesn't mean, you're going to be playing this game and...
Right, well, the point I was trying to make was that's like all you're paying. You're paying specifically for an item, a random item, right? As opposed to paying for a $60 game and then... still having to like pay more if you want to be able to get like better, stuff. I don't know. It's too much.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's still money. Anyways, we all know.
EA's just being corrupt.
Yeah. I mean, if it was, if you didn't have to pay more money in order to be able to get better stuff, then fine. I'm totally fine with it being like, hey, you get random shit from your drop items. Fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. But you know what? The percentage in which you could collect the good items is so low unless you pay more money. That's where it's wrong.
See, we've been playing a lot of Dauntless, and Dauntless has stuff you can purchase, but it's all cosmetic. From what I've seen, at least. I haven't seen anything that changes your abilities. It's just cosmetics. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with purchasing stuff like that because it's cool, It makes it look great.
It's kind of in a gray area. Because you buy the hunter pass, for instance, and so you get more loot from your kills, and also when you level up your hunter pass levels, you also you get extra loot, for paying more, but for the most part it is cosmetic.
Yeah, that's true. I did forget about that.
Yeah, although, like I said, like from your kills, you get more items for you to craft your weapons and your armor and stuff. So you do get a little bump.
You also get those little I forget the cells, and you can create better cells by going to the middleman. And in the middleman, if you use the tokens, you can actually cause your cells to finish quicker than it would otherwise, so you can get better stuff that way. But I mean, even if you're playing and you're not paying for it, you'll still be able to
get it. It speeds you along a little more because you're just getting you're not getting more rare items, you're not getting items that aren't available otherwise, but you're just increasing the amount of loot you collect from enemies. So it speeds you up a little bit. So I'm not like totally against it. And the cosmetic items, or I should say like stuff like armor and weapons that you see, they're just skins. So it's not really hurting anything.
You're not going against each other either. It's just playing with your friends and you're fighting creatures. So
PvE, so it's all good.
I don't know. I think we're a little bias on this aspect because we do like Dauntless.
Yeah, but like I said, it's kind of a gray area because you're not getting like stuff that you can't get otherwise.
Yeah,
So it's and again, it's not like it's versus. When it is versus, when it's competitive,
yeah,
like a PvP game is going to be, then it becomes a bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my take on it. So yeah, so Dauntless isn't like completely innocent.
Yeah.
Anyways,
right. Oh, and then we got the 2K stuff.
Yeah, so NBA 2K19 has had like a recent update, and mind you, neither one of us play sports games.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that it works, and mind you, all this stuff is not new, but recently there's been like a huge sale where they're selling NBA 2K19 for like $3.
Yeah.
And so this kind of opened it up to a whole slew of new players that wouldn't have bought it otherwise. And so what's now come to light is that, oh, hey, there's like unskippable ads in the game. It's like, I paid money for this, though. Why are there like all these ads and stuff? And the thing is, though, it's like, if you read like Reddit, and I've read a bunch of other articles and stuff, that's not new. They've been doing that, ads. But I think because it's new players, they don't know.
Audience.
Yeah, wider audience. They don't know about it. Apparently, there's options in the settings if you put those at NBA TV or 2K TV.
Yeah.
Or some. If you go to options, you can turn that off, and then you won't have those ads anymore. But what I find kind of funny is that why do they even have them? Like,
if you can turn it off.
Yeah, if you can turn it off, why can't you skip them? Like, why is it like either all or nothing kind of deal? Because if it's strictly during loading, because here's the thing, I've seen lots of people complain, and it was like, oh hey, it gets 99% on the loading, but it won't get to 100 until the commercial finishes, right? It's like, okay, that's bullshit, right? But a lot of people were under the impression that it's not something they can turn off. Like, I had to research to find out that you could turn it off.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird thing, and I just hope. I don't see that in more games.
Yeah. No, the only reason why I could see it being something that people would leave in there or have it turned on is people wanting it to feel like it's a TV, like they're watching basketball on TV, but they're controlling the TV. So you get your natural commercials, and then you go and you play it, but you're controlling the game. So you have instead of yelling at your TV, why the hell are you doing that? You get to control your TV to do what you want them to do,
And this is exactly why I hate fucking simulation games like this. Yeah, this is why I don't play sports games. Because it's like, I would rather pick up a fucking, bat, tennis racket, whatever the fuck. I'd rather pick something up and actually play than like have a simulation game. It's like, because I'm not a fan, so I don't care about the players or the people or the spectacle.
Yeah,
I don't care, So
Neither do I.
So yes, maybe that will help with the feeling of, oh hey, I'm watching a fucking TV, TV event, but it's I hate it. I hate it.
I agree. I'm just saying, giving a different perspective on it, perhaps why.
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense, but I also hate it. But the thing is, though, it's like if I'm gonna play a game, I want to play a fucking game. I don't want to watch fucking ads. If I'm playing a free to play game, where I'm expecting that you're gonna hit a paywall, and if I can watch a commercial in order to not pay my own money and get some items that way to get past that paywall, then fine. I don't care. I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't pay any money for this anyways.
Yeah. No, I get you.
But yeah, in a game where you pay for it, any amount of money, you pay any amount of money for it, it's kind of shitty to have ads. Mind you, a lot of people didn't know you could turn them off because like that's the thing is like people are fucking complaining like crazy, but they don't know you can turn it off because it's not like there's an option. Obviously, it doesn't say anywhere like, oh, if you don't wish to watch these ads, go to settings and turn it off. Like they don't tell you.
Of course, they're not going to tell you. That's how they're making their money.
They don't tell you, but at the same time, they can be like, oh yeah, you can turn it off. Like, what are you playing for? You can turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I didn't know that, bitch.
Well, I mean, gamers are, how do I say this? us gamers tend to be little bitchy bastards sometimes. You know,
and people are quick to react before they research.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, everybody's quick to react. You know, just like, what? There's not.
Especially with the technology at your fingertip nowadays. You know, everybody's got a freaking cell phone. Oh, I'm going to say something about this.
Yeah.
So,
anyways. But because I don't play that game, it's probably why I have a much clearer head about it and did some research. Like, oh, hey, you know, people are like, this is not new. You know, all fucking newbies complaining like bitches. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to talk about it's kind of a sad thing. So right now, YouTuber Etika is missing. You can say. I've watched him personally for a few videos. Like he's a very loud, like he really doesn't care like what he says. Like he says whatever he fucking thinks.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of cursing and other stuff that happens on his YouTube, but he also has like a very high appreciation for music and stuff. And you know, and I would watch some of his like Sonic Mania videos and stuff, and he just, you know, like me, I fucking love the music in that game. And so it was entertaining for me because it's like seeing someone kind of like also love that music. Anyways, apparently he's had a history of mental health issues, and he had been talking about suicide and stuff lately, and the police found some of his belongings, like backpack, wallet, Switch, some clothes and stuff on the Manhattan Bridge.
Oh wow.
And stuff. So he's been missing since Wednesday.
Damn.
Yeah. So, you know, if anybody out there knows anything, sees anything, you know, contact the police.
Yeah.
And if any of you out there are struggling with mental health issues, you know, there's always suicide hotlines.
Yeah. No, there's always somebody to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really sad to hear about this in the gaming community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like someone that has a lot of followers, a lot of people that obviously, you know, cared about him, you know, enjoyed his content and spent time with, even if it wasn't physically spending time with it, you know, all these viewers that would chat with him and, you know, and just enjoy, you know, gaming with him.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's pretty sad to see this happen. Hopefully, you know, because we don't know what's going on. He's just been missing. It's all speculation right now that he's the worst has happened.
I mean, it's kind of weird that, you know, just in general anywhere that nobody, you know, somebody came across that bag and didn't take, you know, belongings.
Yeah,
it's kind of odd that that would be the case.
From what I understand, he kind of was talking about like on his streams, and I think he before he had made did some stuff that he was trying to commit suicide, and he had like the police and stuff like came in and they, you know, to get a hold of him and stuff, and I think it was all on stream.
Oh, damn.
As far as I know. So it kind of feels like he wanted everybody to know, and so that's probably why his stuff was still there, just because I think they probably most likely they found it right away, because he left a trail of crumbs. So hopefully the worst hasn't happened, but well, you know, yeah, we haven't heard anything. You know, what I read was that they had like, you know, boats and stuff, and they were searching, but we'll see. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Sorry, it's a downer, but it's something I think I felt like I needed to bring up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So we don't end on a sad note. We'll talk about one more thing here. So Keanu Reeves is being like everything right now. Like there's a big resurgence in his popularity, which is cool because he's an awesome person. You know, there's Bill and Ted 3 that's being made. I heard, was it summer 2020? I think is when it's coming out.
Should be cool. Yeah,
it should be cool. You know, obviously John Wick, Cyberpunk 2077. If any of you have watched Toy Story 4, he's Duke Kaboom, which actually was a pretty good role. And spoiler. Not really, but it's still a spoiler if you haven't watched it. You know, cover your ears for like a minute. And like the ending the post credit or like mid credit scenes, they do make him say, "Whoa."
Of course.
But I thought it was funny.
Course.
No, it was funny because one of my coworkers was like, why is everybody laughing at that? And I'm like, because Keanu Reeves is doing the voice. He's like, huh? They made him say, "Whoa." He's like, oh. And he started laughing. He's like, okay, that's funny.
Gosh.
He didn't know. He didn't know he was the voice. You know, because it's like it's strange. A lot of people didn't know he was the voice for that character and then when you tell them, you're like, oh yeah, I hear it. Because yeah. Anyways, but the thing is that we've been hearing, rumors that they're trying to bring Keanu Reeves into the Marvel universe. I mean, obviously he has, he's already in a Disney film.
Yeah.
And like I say, he's like everything. So if they're gonna bring him to the Marvel universe, like, who is he gonna be? We don't know yet. I know I've seen on the internet some people are like Wolverine, and they have like photoshopped images of him. It's like no, he's way too tall. He doesn't have the persona. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a cool guy, but his acting range only goes so far.
Yeah.
I
know we were talking about this earlier, and I was saying an older version of Gambit would be really cool to see him in, but then you pointed out the accent, and it's like,
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see Keanu Reeves like attempt an accent, a Cajun accent. That might be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Looks, I think you could pull it off.
Yeah. No, definitely. God, who else would be a good role for him to play?
Yeah, I know. I mean, right, the internet's, like what do you think? Because it's like I just don't know. I don't know because like I said, his acting range only goes so far.
No, yeah, definitely.
What he does well, but he only goes so far.
Damn, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, let's think. Are we talking like Avengers stuff, or maybe even
Forge?
Forge,
dude, he would totally be Forge.
I'm trying to remember Forge. I'm trying to remember.
Forge was the guy who was able to create any technology. He has a mechanical arm, and he can create any technology, any weapon technology, out of just his mind, just coming up with the idea, and then he can create it. He was part of the he was part of Cable in their group. Yeah, the X-Force, I think.
Oh, was he an X-Force?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he would be fucking badass as Forge.
I'm trying to remember what Forge looked like.
Longish hair, had a beard. I mean, at least the variant that I remember.
I mean, it sounds like him.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's almost perfect actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And they've already introduced Cable.
That they have. Well, they've introduced Cable as far as Deadpool is concerned, which Disney has been saying that they're not gonna fuck with that. Yeah. Like they're gonna keep let them do what they're doing with that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I could see that. Because who knows? Yeah, maybe he'll just be in fucking Deadpool movies instead of like. But then again, we're still gonna get like Fantastic Four. We're gonna get X-Men. They're gonna be reintroducing a bunch of stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities out there because they normally there's a long production time for a lot of these films.
Yeah,
like 4 years out before they even fucking start filming these things. Like they're planning and getting people and. Making them work out and train and get the right body type and do all that shit.
Of course.
I mean, yeah. Damn. I mean, sure. Who else could he be? Who else could he be?
Think. I don't see him. I don't see them casting him in a villain role. So I've been kind of negating villains.
But who knows? Who knows?
Let's think. Who would be a good role for villain-wise for him?
Yeah, because I have to think like age-wise. Who's he gonna match up with? I mean, there's still like more Guardians of the Galaxy shit that's gonna happen. I mean, as it is this. I mean, I don't. Well, because the next phase is the cosmic phase.
Yeah.
Right. So what's out there? Jeez, I don't know.
Maybe he'll just do a voice.
Could be.
Yeah, he could just end up doing a voice.
Could be just a voice. That's true.
Huh.
Damn. A lot of stuff. Like I said, if anybody has any ideas...
Throw it out there. Let us know.
Yeah. Put them in the comments, man. Because I am not like the fucking like best at comic books. That'd be my friend Miguel.
Yeah.
We call him the Archive. That's his superhero name, the Archive. Because he would know. He'd probably have like a million suggestions. I should probably fucking text with him. Yeah. Have some ideas for next week. Anyways. That's actually there's one more thing I wanted to mention.
Okay.
God damn it, internet.
This is what I was aiming at earlier about, gamers and the internet can tend to be a little bitches.
Yeah, and I totally forgot. Oh god. So Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
It looks good.
And
they finally showed off Tifa. And the internet, of course, was like, hey, her boobs aren't big enough anymore. Oh my god, are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me? And here's the thing. They talked with the director, producer.
Yeah.
And he's saying like, it's like she is a fighter, and we tried to make her a little more realistic and so it makes more sense for her doing all this hand-to-hand combat, that she's more fit and like able to move around and stuff. Because I'll put it this way. It's not Dead or Alive.
I was going to say the same thing, man. This isn't Dead or Alive, guys. Come on.
I mean, look at the style of all the characters in this game. The more realistic approach they take to it and stuff. And she's supposed to be really athletic and like doing flips and kicks and punches and stuff. And she's gonna be smacking herself in the fucking face if she has if she has the same proportion she had in like the original Final Fantasy VII. It's stupid. And it's like, look at the way the clothing is. It's probably a little more appropriate, even though it has the same general look to her original design. Yeah, it's like anybody who's going to be fighting. Not to say women with large breasts can't fight. But most likely they're going to be wearing like some sort of sports bra or something supportive to like
keep it there.
Keep them in place. And it's just like they're not going to be sticking out to here, guys. It's like it's stupid. It's stupid.
It is.
It's a stupid thing to be complaining about. The fucking game looks great. She looks great. I think she looks probably like as close to her character design as they could while still keeping her looking realistic. Yeah. It's just
the internet's stupid. 100%.
Yeah, it's just like really, you guys. This is what you complained about.
The internet can produce great content, great people, and a great society, or not society, but a community. But at the same time, there are some dumbass people.
It truly is a stupid thing to complain about. Out of how awesome everything looks, it is a truly stupid thing to complain about. Anyways, we're going on too long about this shit. But we'll leave it there. Yeah. We'll leave that bit there. Anyways, until next time, guys.
I'm Chris.
And I'm David.
And this is BFG. Later.
See y'all later.